So, I hear we're into some of the same stuff.
You are about to join the revolution.
The time has come. Your world will never be the same. You are listening to a sophisticated conversation.
Greetings and welcome to episode number 33 of Podcast Revolution. Woo, yeah.
33, woo!
Alright, thank you. And as I have been lately, I'm doing this via Skype with my buddy Captain J-Russ, joining us from Florida, and Bad Andy joining us from Meredith, New Hampshire.
I'm not your buddy? I see how it is.
Not really. You're Bad Andy. You're nobody's buddy. Nothing?
Nah, I can't think of anything humorous.
Alright, well.
I'm too emotionally hurt.
Really?
No.
Okay, I didn't think Bad Andy got hurt.
No, he doesn't feel pain. Only awesome.
Only awesome. So, Eric's not here because he's actually bathing himself in England.
Interesting.
I was expecting more of an applause from that. But yeah, Eric's in England.
Well, it's not very shocking.
But
it's not shocking considering that I knew that already.
Well, it's shocking because he'll be the only person bathed over there.
Probably.
But
Or if they make the beds different there. Mess them up.
I'm sure he'll find something to be anal about over there.
Yeah, in his hotel, I'm sure he's doing his usual OCD stuff.
Probably. I hope the doors don't stay ajar on the closets there.
You should go into his house and just rig it so the doors can't close, so it always pops open.
That sounds like a good prank there, Mr. Engineer.
Yep. I think it's possible. Or
Alright.
rig it up to a small electric motor so you can control how it opens.
Interesting. All right, so you know what season it is, correct?
Fall.
It is fall, and there's potential that this might be the last episode before Halloween arrives, and we might do one later than then, but this one's definitely before Halloween because we're doing it tonight. So
26 is less than 31.
that's correct. Thank you, Andy. And Halloween is usually on the 31st.
It's always on the 31st.
I thought it was on like the 30th or something.
Wait,
No.
why is it on the 30th?
No, well, the actual date
on a
is always
Sunday?
the 31st.
Who does that?
But different towns do it on different days.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
But that's one thing that makes me mad about Halloween is when people do it on days that's not Halloween.
Well, it kind of worked out in my favor when I was a kid because where I grew up, our trick or treat was on like a Friday, and then where my grandmother was on like a Saturday. So I had 2 days of trick or treating. So twice as much candy.
I guess that's kind of cool, but another thing that sucks is when we were little kids, Halloween was done at night in the dark.
Yeah,
which
it used
is
to be,
Halloween.
like,
Now
6
it's done at
to 8.
like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's not Halloween.
Oh, that's stupid. Yeah.
It's like 2 to 4, and everyone drives a minivan.
Yep.
And kids don't say trick or treat anymore. They just look down and hold their bag out, and their parents try to coerce them to say trick or treat, but it never works.
Well, that's because with all the emo kids nowadays, every day's Halloween.
Pretty much.
But
If anybody comes to my door asking for candy and they're doing nothing but holding a skateboard, I'm going to kick them out.
what if they're trying to be Tony Hawk?
No, it doesn't work.
No. Okay.
Put more effort in your costume, damn it.
What if someone our age comes up to your door?
Then it's just awkward.
That would be weird and disturbing.
Would you give them candy?
If they're dressed,
Probably not.
What if they egged your house if you didn't give them candy?
Then I go out there and beat their ass.
You can say what you wanted to say, J-Russ. We are explicit now.
Well, I said ass. That's explicit.
No, you could say that before.
Okay, so beat the shit out of them. Is that better?
All right, you didn't have to. That. Jeez.
they're just being vulgar for no reason.
Control your anger, J-Russ.
I can't podcast in these conditions.
But before the show, I told J-Russ to be a jerk, and he said that would make him look bad. And I said that's the point. What? I told him he should look like the bad guy, like Billy Mitchell in King of Kong.
Yeah, Billy Mitchell. Talk about a faggot right there.
You don't.
Explicit, not hateful.
Why don't you care for him?
He's such a lot. Like he won't come out and do this stuff in person. Like, come on, man, you gotta prove that you're good at something.
He's too busy making sauce.
He's a coward.
So anybody who's a coward, you don't like?
Well, that's a fair statement, I guess.
I feel like Billy Mitchell was kind of a douche in the movie, but then Steve Wiebe, he just forgot about his family and played Donkey Kong. He was the good guy, but his poor son, he needed his ass to be wiped, and that guy did nothing. He just
Daddy, wipe my butt.
That's it's pretty good that he can play through that distraction. I think that's
not just play through it, get a world record at the time through that. But
I can't believe what your cat did to me during that movie.
Yes, my cat judged you.
He did. The cat is such a jerk.
Well, maybe you shouldn't be bad Andy.
I'm not bad Andy, I'm awesome Andy.
Maybe you should be less like Billy Mitchell and be more like someone cool.
Like me? I should be more like me. I should be myself. Okay. That works.
Anyways, with Halloween coming upon us, there will be a plethora of cheesy horror movies on TV.
Which I will be missing because I lack cable.
And crappy horror movies will be raiding our theaters. So
Saw 17.
Yes, this new Saw, which is Saw 3D, which we know how Eric feels about 3D movies, especially.
Wait, they're actually making another one this year? I thought they were done.
No, this is Saw 3D, and it says this is the final Saw, which
That's bull.
Yeah, I don't believe it until they stop making them. But people keep going out to see them, which doesn't make sense.
The first one was good. The first one was really good. It kept you guessing, surprise ending. It was a good movie. Second one, crap. Third one, crap. I haven't seen any others since.
I assume they're all crap. It's just murder porn.
Yeah.
Like Dexter, but Dexter's good.
But it's like Dexter, but without a plot.
Exactly. Anyways, what'll you be watching this Halloween, Andy?
Sleepy Hollow. I definitely gotta check that one out soon. I tend to watch that every year. It's a good one. Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci.
Christopher Walken?
Christopher Walken, yes. It's a good movie. But I think I might check out The Orphanage again. I think I saw it for like $5 at Walmart.
Not bad, not bad.
That one was just creepy.
How about you, J-Russ? What are you going to be watching?
I will not be watching movies at all on Halloween. I will be at the Bad Religion concert, as a matter of fact, which I am looking forward to.
That is correct. Wait a minute. I thought Halloween was on... Oh, it's Halloween's Sunday.
Yeah, I guess it's Sunday. Okay, it's on Saturday night. It'll probably break into Sunday, but...
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough.
Okay, well, what'll you be doing Halloween during the day?
Halloween during the day? I don't know. Probably watching football, seeing how it's Sunday.
That's true. There might be some scary games that day.
Yeah, in costume.
With these, some of these hits these days that they get fined for, it's kind of horrific, I suppose.
Interesting. And I'd say I might be watching the classic Troll 2, which is rather
terrible
frightening.
Movie.
Terrible movie.
Yes,
fantastic movie.
Yes, Andy, that's correct.
It's fantastic in the horribleness of it.
Well, actually, on Halloween, I don't know if I'll be watching it, but for zombie fans, there's going to be a new show on AMC. I think it's called The Walking Dead, which is like a TV series based on a comic series about zombies.
Zombies are fun.
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you like
what are you
drinking
doing,
out of a water bubbler?
Directly? I mean, typing.
You type through a water bubbler?
I'm just happy you're calling it a bubbler.
What else would I call it?
I thought
Stop
everyone in
that.
Hampshire called it a water fountain.
A fountain is a fountain. A bubbler is a bubbler. It's two different things.
Exactly. Okay, hold on. I think we can discuss something that's life and death right now.
Okay.
You know the game where you line up and then you throw a ball at a wall, and if you touch the ball but you drop it, you have to run and tag the wall before someone throws the ball at the wall.
Wall ball?
It's not freaking wall ball. It's ball on the wall. Damn it.
Yeah. Maybe in prison where you go, ball on the wall is a very popular game. Not so much here.
Ball on the wall. J-Russ, help me out here. What do you call it?
I don't know.
And
I don't think I've heard of this game before.
I don't think arguing about wall ball is very conducive to a good podcast.
Well, it's a matter of life and death.
Prove me wrong, Andy. Prove me wrong. Give me your argument. All right, you took too long to come up with it.
When I grew up, it was called ball on the wall. Therefore, it's called ball on the wall.
Okay. Does it injure you? Never mind. Anyways.
That was Pittsburgh style.
Anyways, let's get back to what we planned. Oh, wait, what's that, J-Russ?
I was just going to ask him how that thought just popped into his head anyway.
Because I was talking about water bubblers and things being named wrong.
Oh, okay. I get it.
That's the two common ones for me, because I'm a man.
Shut up, Andy. Let's get back on topic. We were talking about horror movies, and I wanted to talk about horror movie cliches. So, what do you guys think? What are some of your favorite horror movie cliches?
The one where they're always running frantically and the guy chases them at a slow walking pace, yet somehow manages to catch up.
That's a good one. That's funny. And it's funny, in almost every horror movie or, like, action thriller, you know who's going to die first. It is...
The black guy.
Exactly.
In every case.
And, every time that there's a funny guy in the movie, when he dies, everyone thinks he's, like, joking, but he's actually, like, being killed by the garage door.
That's a way to go.
And then there's always the jerk who redeems himself as he dies.
Oh, of course. The asshole that sacrifices himself.
Exactly. And then there's always room for a sequel. So, what are some other ones you like, Andy and J-Russ?
Well, you told me to be a jerk this segment, so I'll tell you I hate horror movies for the most part. I don't really enjoy them.
Why is that?
I don't know. They're just stupid. It's like the whole movie's okay. Well, we're getting chased. Let's run. No, we're gonna die. Oh crap! That's the whole movie.
Yeah,
I don't find them thrilling like a lot of people do.
Oh well, they're not. They're all horrible.
Yeah,
almost all of them have horrible acting and are
horrible plots, horrible everything.
Yes.
Yep.
But who doesn't like to see good naked teenagers get slashed?
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Every horror movie seems to have or need at least one topless scene for no reason. Where, the girl comes home, for some reason takes her shirt off, and oh, hey, there's a murder. There's no reason for it. Unnecessary.
What else is in a lot of them? Like parents who don't understand the simplest concepts of why their kid's so screwed up. Like there's an issue and the parents like, duh.
He's just lonely. They use kids a lot to be the scary center of the movie.
Well, that's so kids who watch it can relate to them.
I don't know where you go with that thought, but okay.
You know what's funny is in a lot of movies, not even just horror movies, but movies in general, someone will have a small hand grenade and he'll throw it and it'll make the world's biggest explosion.
Yeah, they really do play up grenades in movies.
Yeah, hand grenades. They could kill you, but they can't kill 90 people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They did a lot in World War II movies. Saving Private Ryan, he'll throw a grenade into a concrete bunker and the whole thing will shatter.
Yeah, it just blows it up completely. It's like, that's friggin' 6-inch concrete right there. It's not going to blow the whole thing to pieces.
That's a good segue right there, talking about going from horror movies to action movie cliches. You guys seen Shoot 'Em Up?
No.
I have not seen that.
That movie is probably the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen. He pretty much can kill anybody from anywhere with like a small handgun. It was absurd.
Yeah, that's an action movie cliche. Or never running out of ammo. They always seem to have just enough bullets.
Another thing about movies like that is the henchmen are always bad shots.
Yeah.
Like, the stormtroopers are notorious for that.
Terrible shot.
Good guys never get shot, no matter how badly outnumbered they are.
Just think of, same thing with, the Foot in the Ninja Turtle movies. There'd be like 100 of them, and then the 4 turtles, and all they do is just kind of sit there waving staffs around.
And they take off they don't use their weapons either.
No, nobody uses their weapons in those movies. They just kind of show them for display and then get killed.
Actually, another thing that's in a lot of horror movies is they kill the bad guy and walk away, or they kill him and then they sit down next to him, and only to find out he's not really dead. How hard is it to do the double tap from Zombieland?
Yeah, double tap, yeah.
Always double tap.
You got to remember that.
It's very crucial. Just because you shot him in the knee doesn't mean he's dead.
Oh my!
You gotta keep up your cardio too. You know, you gotta be able to run away.
Another thing that's in a lot of movies is someone in the bathroom brushing their teeth or whatever, and there's the medicine cabinet with the mirror on it, and they open it, then they close it, and someone's standing behind them.
And they pop up in the mirror. Yeah, that's
those
classic.
would creep me out. Oh, those get me. Those get me. I will admit that one. I hate when they do that.
I don't even know very many people who have medicine cabinets that look like that.
I do now. I was pumped when I had it.
Yeah, mine doesn't have a mirror on it, so that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work for me.
My bathroom could totally be used in a horror movie.
Oh boy, and it's a lot of fun watching movies and like trying to figure out what they're going to do next, and it makes it really predictable when they do it. But it's funny when they like act like it and they close the medicine cabinet and then nothing's there. Then they open the cabinet and there's like a head inside of it.
What the hell movie was that in?
One I just made up in my head.
Oh, alright, make it happen. Make $1 million.
And you know what's funny is another thing in movies. You know how they always have a time bomb set and they're waiting for it to go off? The bad guys are always courteous enough to put a timer on the bomb, so the good guys know how long they have.
Yeah, that's true. I never thought of that before.
Yeah, it's very courteous of them.
Why would you need to put one on there? Or at least put it inside so you can't see it or something.
Yeah, they maybe that's part of the game for them. They just want the people to get scared.
Yeah. And they always end up diffusing it with 3 seconds left.
Is it the red one or the blue one?
And then they magically pick right, and then everybody's saved.
You know the red. It's always the red wire cliche. Why don't they just paint them all the same color? Problem solved.
Shut up, Andy. That's why you don't produce movies.
No, that's why I produce great movies.
You take all the fun out of it.
No, I'd make it insane. It'd be amazing.
Yes. Anyways, speaking of taking the fun out of it, this segment's actually gone on a lot longer than early ones normally do. So I'm going to go to a commercial break. We'll be right back. What the hell is that? Are you texting?
Mom.
Have you recently lost a family member or loved one to a tragic auto collision that didn't need to happen? Or have you been involved in one yourself? Well, guess what? We, the good folks at Autotrader.com, want to help you get the vehicle that's right for you to replace that old destroyed one. So come on down to Autotrader.com so you don't end up like these schmucks. And, you know what? We're good people at Autotrader.com.
All right, and we're back. Wasn't that a funny commercial? Ha ha.
Possibly.
Yes, it might have been.
Maybe.
So, Andy, you just told me you wanted to talk about something. What was that?
My greatness?
Well, you said ghosts, but I guess your greatness is a ghost since no one sees it.
Oh,
Oh, Shazam.
going with Halloween theme.
Yes.
You guys ever see any ghosts?
No.
I don't believe I have.
Believe in them?
I used to think I did when I see them when I was a little kid, but I'm pretty sure I didn't see any. How about you, Andy?
Unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately, so you want to see a ghost?
You know, that's one of the things, you know, I don't have a physical bucket list, but, and I'm also, 23, so I shouldn't have one anyway, but.
That movie sucked anyways. Don't buy the movie either.
The movie was great. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, alright. Before we get into ghosts, we're going to talk about how much that movie sucked.
You just couldn't handle it because it probably made you cry at the end, didn't it?
It certainly did not make me cry.
That movie was awesome.
That movie was not very good. And it
Morgan
got
Freeman and Jack Nicholson.
What?
It's Morgan Freeman and Jack Nicholson.
So just because they are in it, that means it's a good movie?
Well, yeah, they don't make crap. They make this.
I'm a fan of both of them, but that movie was garbage.
What didn't you like about it?
Well, it was predictable. Everything that was in the previews was there. The movie was exactly what you thought it would be. Nothing surprised you.
It's a movie about two people doing stuff on their bucket list before they die because they're both obviously dying. Of course they're going to be dead at the end, be doing stuff.
Yes. And none of the stuff they did was that interesting. And the jokes weren't very funny. I mean, Jack Nicholson pooped his pants. That's funny, I guess. And Morgan Freeman got too Morgan Freeman-y and started getting really preachy, which was annoying.
Hey, he saved Jack Nicholson's life, sort of.
And he died anyways.
Well, yeah, but he died a good man.
But he got too preachy, and that's annoying when movies do that.
Morgan Freeman, he's God.
It's only in Bruce Almighty and Evan Almighty, which is another horrible movie.
Bruce Almighty was great.
No, Bruce Almighty was awesome. I'm saying Evan Almighty was terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but I didn't.
It was terrible.
I didn't think it was as good as Bruce Almighty.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to our topic of ghosts. J-Russ, have you ever seen a ghost?
I have not. I've heard stories, but I've not seen one myself.
Our buddy Clint, who used to work with us, he once told me that he did see a ghost. But he also told me that he saw Santa Claus, too.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he wasn't, kidding around. He actually believes himself when he says this. You know Clint, so you can verify this.
Yes, Clint is he's an interesting guy, cool guy.
Oh, I love to talk to him. He's full of stories.
What was it? He said that he was there when Dale Earnhardt died, even though he was working that night, or he's working with us.
He did a free race lap with him, too.
Yeah.
And he goes to every race, too, even though he works on the same days as races.
Yeah.
He's fast.
Do I need to reiterate my stance on NASCAR?
Yes, please do.
It's terrible.
I mean, I'm not going to say it's amazing. I don't watch it every weekend, but I will watch it occasionally. I don't mind it.
All right, let's get into a little debate here. Andy, why don't you like NASCAR?
Because it's people driving in circles for 6 hours.
That's what everybody always says. It's because they drive in circles. Yeah, I guess.
So what if they drove in squares, Andy? Would you like it then?
It'd be entertaining to watch them do 90-degree angles, but no, I would not like it then. I don't know. I'm not a huge car guy. I don't like motorsports.
Yeah,
Go-karts are fun, but I wouldn't want to do it for 6 hours.
I hear you. I like Formula One racing is what I watch, and that's all like road courses and stuff. So I find it more entertaining.
Those are a little bit more entertaining. It's a little more. That seems like more of a challenge to me because there are tight turns and it's not straight left, straight left, straight left. Yeah. I can't stand the product placement and everything. You don't even see the cars anymore. It's just Tide logos all over it.
Yep, it's all about the money.
It's not like it's always like the Sprint Cup or the Tide Cup. They change it depending on what the sponsor is, pretty much.
And what's funny is that I'm actually pretty good friends with one of the 3 Miss Sprint Cups. I was in a class with her in college, and I hung out with her.
The one you mean the one when they come to NHIS?
Well, when they go to anywhere.
She goes to all of them? Oh.
Yeah, she's employed by NASCAR and had to move to North Carolina. So I'm not going
It's
to
pretty
badmouth
big.
NASCAR too much.
It's pretty big down here too. I live like 20 minutes from Daytona, which everybody knows. So
Yeah.
it gets pretty crazy down here for those 2 races a year.
But what I have heard from people who even people who don't like races, who they tell me that it's a lot of fun to actually go to a race. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I drove by there when it was going on, and like you can hear the cars from like 2 miles away. It's pretty crazy, the noise.
So back to our original topic of ghosts.
Yeah, I don't know how we got on that, but that's all right.
J-Russ, do you believe in ghosts?
I think so. I don't think they're everywhere, but maybe in places, yes. I don't know. It's tough because when you don't see any, it's hard to believe in something. But
How about you, Andy? Do you believe in ghosts?
Oh, definitely. I would love to see one or experience one, I should say.
You'd
Think
love
like-
to experience a ghost? What's that mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're trying to make it sound dirty, but you don't usually see ghosts. Sometimes you do. Sometimes you just see a shadow, lights flickering on, or ghost hunters, they like to do the, I guess it's called shaving a haircut, that whole thing. They go
Roger
back.
Rabbit can't resist a good shaving a haircut.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I don't.
we should, you know what we should do? We should plant a ghost in Eric's house so that the ghost constantly keeps opening the door a little bit. Make Eric mad.
That's what I said earlier, except with
Yeah.
more motors.
That would be sweet.
We could totally do that. Put on a timer. Goes like every 15 minutes or something.
Yeah, like open it just a little bit so that when he like rolls over and wakes up, he gets all mad about it and has to get up.
That'd be interesting. Well, it'd have to be quiet enough that you can't hear the motor or whatever.
Yeah.
You could probably get that, or just put it on a insulated box, soundproof box.
Now, would you be considered enough to put a digital timer on it?
I think I would.
Okay.
To tell him when the next one's gonna happen.
Yeah. Speaking of believing in ghosts, I'm very skeptical of ghosts because it's just such an irrational thing that I wonder who came up with ghosts, the thought of ghosts.
I'm sure it's a religious thing at some point. I mean, they say the Holy Ghost.
And they do say that.
Or they go into, other cultures, or, they believe the spirits of the dead watch over them. I think, like in Mexico, they have the Day of the Dead.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it can go from there where, grandma's watching over me to grandma's haunting my house.
Exactly. It's, I don't know, something that just logically doesn't make sense, but you still have that doubt that it could be there. But something that I do believe in is, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that there is life outside of Earth.
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense that there wouldn't be. The universe is way too big.
And there are literally billions of planets, and asteroids and other things that can have habitable life. And I think there's a pretty high statistical chance that just one of them might have life.
There's a good chance that one of them might have life.
I think it was a few weeks ago. I read this somewhere. They discovered a new planet that had like almost identical characteristics to Earth or something like that.
I think Andy brought that up on the podcast.
Yeah, that's probably where I heard
it. It's
it.
a Goldilocks planet. The weird thing is it doesn't rotate. It's just like it's kind of like the moon, where half of it's always dark, half of it's always light, but there's a strip in the middle that's perfect for life.
Interesting. I wonder if there's ghosts on that planet.
Probably.
Can ghosts go into outer space if they want to?
I'd assume so. I mean, it's not like they need air. If I was a ghost, that's where I'd go.
And how come whenever you see ghosts on TV, they're not naked? Do people die and bring their clothes with them?
Well, I assume they can kind of go with whatever they want. Like, if I were a ghost, I could, dress up like a pirate or a ninja or something. I think it's just whatever they manifest as.
How do you get dressed up, though? Well, if it's your spirit, aren't you naked or aren't you just nothing?
It probably goes along with a lot of the stories where they're like, oh, she always wore the white dress, and the ghost in the white dress.
And maybe if they're wearing like a dead alligator or something,
The ghost of an alligator.
or like someone wearing their like sheepskin outfit. Not that someone would wear sheepskin outfit, but you know what I mean.
Jacket.
Anyways, J-Russ, before when we were on break, you were telling me how you had a list that you wanted to discuss.
I did, but it was kind of stupid now that I read into it. But hang on, let me see if there's anything good on here. Basically, this is a list of, it says some things you don't need to know. I'm just seeing if there's anything interesting on here.
Okay.
An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain. That's interesting.
I feel like that's necessary to know if you're a zoologist.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, let's see. I'm looking at a list of controversial topics on Wikipedia, and I'm seeing some interesting things.
This ought to be good.
Oh, okay. I thought you were coming up.
No. Go continue. Continue on your Wikipedia thing.
That's funny. Actually, Wikipedia is listed on the list too. But
yeah.
All right. So one funny. Actually, there's a lot of interesting things, but there's actually literally hundreds of issues, and I'll just pick one at random. Let's see. We have Quebec, Canada. So it's controversial because Quebec technically at some points wants to be its own country, and at other points likes being part of Canada. Do you guys have any strong decisions either way? Strong beliefs?
That's where Montreal is, and that's where the Canadians are. So yeah, screw that place.
Well, wouldn't that be funny if they did secede from Canada? Would they still be the Montreal Canadiens?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. All I know is I hate those Canadians.
Eh?
Andy, do you have any strong feelings on that?
I do not.
No?
I'm going to be boring on this one.
Alright.
I was debating if I wanted to make a joke like, oh, why does anybody want to be a part of Canada? But I figured it was kind of lame. But I said it anyway, so that's fine.
Okay. Let's see. We have abortion, ADD, AIDS, birth defects, mental retardation. Some of these I just don't see how they're...
John, why are you reading your medical chart?
You're a funny guy, Andy.
I thought so.
Oh boy, sports. Barry Bonds' credibility on his career home run record.
Yeah, I'm not surprised that that's controversial. I bet there's a lot of sports things on there that are controversial.
Actually, there's only like 8 things.
Really?
Yep. Huh. And half of them have to do with soccer or biking or things that aren't really considered sports in our country.
Huh.
But actually, yeah, there's only 2 really. There's the Barry Bonds thing and Ted Williams, how his head's been all vandalized since he had it cut off and put in a cryogenic freezing lab. Entertainment. Girls gone wild. Girls with low self-esteem. Oh, actually, we could talk about this a little bit. The MPAA film rating system and how they arbitrarily rate films. Are either of you familiar with that?
No. Is this how they decide whether it's like rated R or whatever?
Yes.
Why is that controversial?
Well, because like that can have a huge impact on who can watch the movie and how much money it can make.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
like, let's say an Adam Sandler movie was rated R, most of the people who would go see it wouldn't end up seeing it.
That's true. Yeah, I never really thought about that.
And they have a lot of control of the industry. And there's one movie that was recently purchased from Sundance by the Weinstein Company called Blue Valentine, which supposedly is shouldn't even be. It should be an R movie, but barely. And it was given the NC-17 rating, which is being appealed right now, and a lot of people are up in arms about that. Yeah, apparently it's a really good movie. I obviously haven't seen it yet because it's not in theaters, and I don't go to Sundance. So yeah, it can have a big impact. Do you what do you think of movie ratings? Does that ever, if a movie's rated R, does that influence your decision to see it or not see it, or if it's rated G or so on?
Not really. I mean, maybe when I was when we were all younger. I mean, it obviously did because you can't get into an R movie till you're 17 or 18.
Right, 17.
Yeah.
And NC-17, you have to be 18, so it's a 1-year difference. But
yeah, I mean, as an adult or as you're older, I don't think it really affects me, but I think it can affect younger audiences. But
Andy, do you have any feelings on this topic?
Well, it doesn't really I don't really care what a movie's rated. If it's a Pixar movie and it's rated G, I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's a stupid kid movie. And if it's rated NC-17, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'll probably see a lot of boobs in this movie.
You probably would.
Probably. But, I can see how, if kids 16 or 17 and they want to go see this movie, but mom sees that it's NC-17, red flags go up, and same thing with judging video games. They see the M for mature and they freak out about it without actually looking into the game. Or they just ignore it completely and give an 8-year-old Grand Theft Auto.
Yep. That happens quite a bit.
So,
yeah, the video game rating system is pretty much the same thing, how that can affect millions of sales too, depending on what they give it.
Yeah. If they give it a teen, nobody buys it. If they give it an M, everybody buys it.
Exactly. Yeah, actually, I'm looking at the list of controversial subjects, and pop-punk is on there.
Pop-punk?
Yeah. I didn't realize it was that controversial.
Oh, they stuttered. Pop-punk?
Yes, pop-punk.
What the fuck is that?
It's... Okay, yeah.
It's Blink-182.
It's Blink-182. They're a pop-punk band, for example.
I don't consider that
genre.
I consider Justin Bieber to be pop.
Yes, that's pop.
But he's not punk.
Yeah.
I still consider Blink to be punk, just not bad
They're
religion.
pop-punk.
Yeah, they're pop-punk, exactly.
They're punk and they sing catchy songs and don't have good lyrics.
Yeah, but you can say there's what do I want to give? There's metal and then there's insane metal.
Yes.
There's still metal. I'm trying to think of some good examples, but
I'm not saying that Blink-182 is not punk. I'm saying they're pop-punk.
yeah, but pop's supposed to be I don't know, crap.
And that's what Blink-182 is. I don't see where we're disagreeing.
I don't either anymore. I don't know. I don't think it should be called pop-punk. Pop is entirely something different.
All right, so maybe this is how it's controversial because people don't know how to label it, like Andy.
Yeah, maybe.
Or people are just
people just don't understand I mean, pop is a very broad term. It can cover a lot of things.
Punk can be a lot of things too. Rock can be anything that's not country or rap can be rock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, rock could be something like Linkin Park or AC/DC.
Right.
Not very similar, but I wouldn't call Linkin Park to be pop rock. I really want some pop rocks now.
Maybe on Halloween you can get some.
No, I'm too old to trick or treat.
And maybe on Halloween you could be an adult and go to the store and buy some.
I'm trying to be good.
Okay. Another controversial subject is bum fights.
I'm so glad the second word was fight.
Oh my. What did you think I was going to say, Andy?
Another word that starts with F. It's pretty evident I'm getting tired.
Alright, let's see. An inconvenient truth is controversial. Because of climate change.
Oh, global warming is not happening. Look how cold it is in June. It works both ways.
Right. It's funny when people are always like, it's really cold winter. Where's that global warming that they talk about?
Yeah. People they just assume global warming means every day will be 90 plus.
Yes.
Regardless of where you are.
The world would end pretty quickly if that was the case.
Very much so.
Indeed.
I think it's time for another commercial break. Sheesh.
Actually, this show is the segments are going so long. I think we'll only have time for 2 breaks. And J-Russ and I actually have an announcement to make. J-Russ, do you wanna make it before the next break?
They're having a baby.
Shut up,
Yeah.
Andy.
Okay. Shut up, Andy. Well, I think we're gonna debut one of our new songs. Is that what we're gonna do?
Yeah. Do you want to describe the process that we've gone through or whatever?
Well, yeah. For the last several days, I've been mixing and
Well, this
mastering.
has been a several month.
Yeah, we've been writing for months, and now we finally got the songs completed, and now we're just working on making them, all mix and match together. So we got a few of them done. So I think we can debut one of them.
Okay. So this song is going to be on the upcoming Monstrum album, which is currently untitled, but the name of the song is Miles of Sound, and we hope you enjoy it.
I think you should call your album Currently Untitled.
Again, shut up, Andy.
Fair enough.
When I instructed you to sit back and enjoy the rainy day, I never thought you'd take my advice so literally. From the driver's seat of your metal machine, you got that look and I know what you mean. You turn the knob and you push the dial, left it on and just repeat to go at it in style. That shot in the dark, the slings in those arrows, that cry of oblivion, the fate of the pharaohs. There were miles of sound, but you made them quiet. Said there were miles of sound, and now there's a riot. Yeah. You were discovered behind a dial tone and another mangled display. I thought you knew what it meant to have the right of way. From the driver's seat of your metal machine, you got that look and I know what you mean. You turn the knob and you push the dial, left it on and just repeat to go at it in style. That shot in the dark, the slings in those arrows, that cry of oblivion, the fate of the pharaohs. There were miles of sound, but you made them quiet. Said there were miles of sound, and now there's a riot. Yeah. The darkest street showed little sign of wear, but everything I'd ever cared about, it was all splattered there. From the driver's seat of your metal machine, you got that look and I know what you mean. You turn the knob and you push the dial, left it on and just repeat to go at it in style. That shot in the dark, the slings in those arrows, that cry of oblivion, the fate of the pharaohs. There were miles of sound, but you made them quiet. Said there were miles of sound, and now there's a riot. Yeah.
All right, and we're back. So that was a pretty good song. I enjoyed it.
I think it's a good one, seeing how I wrote it.
Well, you wrote the music.
I wrote the music. Yeah, all our songs are pretty much a collaborative effort because I usually write a lot of the music, and John writes a lot of the lyrics. So.
And the drumming came courtesy of our buddy Bacteria Mike.
Bacteria Mike did an excellent job.
Yeah, he was here in the studio for 8 hours on Sunday working on it. So that was quite an experience.
Now, did he come in and learn the song, or did he practice before?
He practiced before.
Okay, I was gonna say because the drumming was pretty good.
Yeah.
We gave him kind of raw copies just of the music to kind of jam along with, and he came up with some beats, and then we recorded them on Sunday.
Oh, so did you tell him what to drum, or did he just kind of come up with something that fit?
We don't know jack about drumming.
He's the drummer. I know nothing about drums.
Yeah, we just tell him make up something cool and do it, and he did it.
Nice.
So
yeah, I like the song. I mean, I'm not huge on punk, but you know, I'd pirate the album probably.
Well, I appreciate it, Andy. And you wouldn't even have to pirate it. We'll give it to you because we're not really in it to make money. We're not good enough to make money.
I don't really care. I just do it for fun.
Yeah, if people want to listen to it, that's awesome. I'll take it.
Are you guys gonna put it on YouTube or put it on the PPR website kind of thing, or?
Well, Bacteria Mike has been looking into stuff to put it on iTunes to make money from it, but for our friends, we'll just give it to them for free.
Yeah, we'll give you a copy.
Sweet.
And anybody listening, if you tell me the secret passcode, maybe you'll get it for free too.
So what is the secret passcode?
Well, then it's not a secret, Andy.
Well, shouldn't it be like kind of like mention this and get $10 off your next visit kind of thing? So, what? Mention how great Andy Morin is.
If they want to have you pay for it, that would be awesome. That would make you pretty great.
I'm not paying for anything.
I didn't think so.
Even though I am a rich, successful engineer who can cook very well, apparently.
3 lies right there.
I can cook for damn good. Shut up. And I'm an engineer.
That's the one truth.
Rich, successful engineer who can cook well. That's 4 lies.
You said rich, successful.
Yeah.
Lie, cook well, lie.
I can cook. I can cook damn good.
I don't believe you.
Well, come up sometime. I'll cook dinner. It'll be amazing.
Maybe I will.
Alright, fine then.
Anyways, I think we should do recommendations pretty soon.
Yeah, we should probably get that over with.
Anybody have anything they want to recommend?
I recommend the new Monster album because it's good.
It's not out yet. It's
not out yet, but when it is out, I recommend it.
There's like 3 complete songs so far.
There's 14 to go, but we're working on it.
Yeah. Let's see. I think we should Halloween movies. Let's recommend those or Halloween something Halloween themed that you want to recommend that people do on Halloween. So I'll start out and I'll say people should watch the It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. It's a classic.
It is a classic.
You can't not watch it. And if you haven't watched it in the last 4 to 5 years, maybe you should have a little nostalgia.
I usually catch it on TV, so I might have to actually seek it out this time.
I think it's on ABC like every year. ABC's in love with Charlie Brown, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I'm sure they're just friends, but...
Oh, right, true. Charlie Brown is, he's pro-family, even though he has no mother.
And no parental guidance.
Yes. Anyways, Andy, what's your recommendation for Halloween themed anything?
Let's see. Trying to think. A good horror movie. I mentioned it before, Sleepy Hollow. It's usually my good Sam boy. Sam. Oh, wow. Jerk. Who's yawning?
That was a real yawn.
Yeah, it is getting late for old people.
And you're leaving a lot of dead air, which is making me angry.
Dead air?
Go ahead. Keep talking about Halloween-themed stuff.
You're confusing me.
J-Russ, what are you recommending?
You put us on the spot here. You didn't give us notice.
Fine, I'll do more recommendations. What do you think? A Halloween-themed thing that I'd like to do is dress up as something. Yeah, what do you guys think? Actually, here's an issue I've heard people talk about. if there's a Halloween-themed party and you get invited and you don't wear a costume,
Then you're lame.
should you be allowed in?
No, because that's the whole point. Is you're supposed to. It's Halloween. You're supposed to dress up.
Exactly. All right, so we're all on the same page with that. Yes.
It's like my stance on, if you show up at my house, with a bunch of skateboards and you're not in a costume. You're just some punk kid.
What if he's a pop-punk kid?
That's different. then he gets candy because it's a genre of music that shouldn't exist.
It's a very large genre of music, so I'm surprised you're confused about what it is.
Yeah, I don't know how you've never heard of it before.
I just don't see the connection.
How? How do you not see it?
Pop and punk, they just don't go together. It's like it doesn't seem right.
Well, that's why a lot of people don't like Blink-182.
Yeah, I don't even know where to come back with this because I don't know how you don't know it.
No, I get the concept. It's just it doesn't seem right.
It's catchy music that's like distorted guitars and
Yeah, distorted. It's like it'd be like if Justin Bieber was singing to like distorted guitar. He'd be like a pop punk guy.
and singing about like how his girlfriend doesn't love him or something.
Yeah, or how about how he got kicked out of high school for drinking or something. These are the things they sing about.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
like Good Charlotte is like pop punk. The little things, the little things.
Highlights of the rich and the famous. I hate that song. Can't stand that one.
Yes, that's pop punk, Andy. Your little lesson here.
All right, I guess I'm on the same page now.
And if you're on the same page, then name another pop punk band. Can you do it?
Yeah, I probably have something on my iTunes.
I can name like 15 of them probably.
Some 41. There
All
you
right,
go.
that works.
They are, but yeah, okay, yeah, they're pop punk. They're more towards the punk side, but yeah, I can see it.
Newfound Glory.
Yeah, Newfound Glory is an example. Simple Plan is an example.
What was Simple Plan's song that everyone liked?
Now, they did a horrible cover of Bad Religion's American Jesus.
Yeah, I was just going to say that was terrible.
Well, the music was good, just the singing was god-awful and made me want to stab my ears out.
Well, most bands that cover them, the singing is god-awful because Greg Graffin is awesome.
Including our band.
Yeah.
But, yes.
So, Halloween movies. J-Russ, you think of anyone yet?
A Halloween movie? No.
It doesn't have to be a movie, just anything to do with Halloween.
How about you? Here's one that I used to do a lot when I was younger, which I haven't done anymore. How about carve a jack-o'-lantern?
That's a good one.
To do on Halloween.
Did that a couple weeks ago. Came out terrible.
But you're an engineer who's awesome at everything. How can you not carve a simple jack-o'-lantern?
Because it's different.
Was it too pop-punk?
It wasn't pop-punk enough.
Pop-pumpkin?
But going with that, pumpkin seeds. That's probably my favorite part of Halloween, and I don't even like Halloween that much.
Actually, you know what's very good about the Halloween time of year is candy corn.
That's true. I haven't had some of that. I haven't had that in years.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like candy corn. I see the appeal. I do see the appeal of it.
People get excited about it, then they eat it, and then it's just disappointing because it's terrible candy.
Shut up, Andy. It's delicious.
No,
and especially the pumpkin ones.
Circus peanuts are delicious.
Ugh. No, those have a horrible aftertaste.
They have a delicious aftertaste.
I was not a fan.
Well, I'm not a fan of you.
Andy.
I'm sorry, I take it back.
Thank you. You know another thing I'd like to recommend to people is to play the Dreamcast.
That was a good system.
It was awesome.
It was too far for its time.
Actually, you want to know another thing that I recommend that people don't do on Halloween is? Watch the movie Halloween. That movie sucks.
The new one?
Agreed.
I haven't seen the new one. The old one, the classic one that everybody's in love with, is horrible.
I'm just not a big fan of those kind of horror movies.
The only good thing
I'm not a big fan of horror movies in general.
Yeah, the only good thing in that movie is the music, which is 10 seconds, which Linkin Park ripped off.
It happens.
But yeah, I heard the new Paranormal Activity's good, but I'll have to see for myself.
I really want to watch The Orphanage again now that I'm thinking about it. That movie was really good.
Oops.
It was in Spanish though, so that kind of made it troublesome. But
actually, J-Russ, are there any horror movies that you enjoy?
I don't know. I guess you could. I don't know. Zombieland's not really a horror movie per se.
It's in the horror section on Netflix, so I'll allow it.
I enjoy that one, but it's not like a true horror movie.
True.
That's like the one I've seen most recently, right there. I mean, that's the one that pops in my head.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say my favorite is, or the best one I've seen in recent years is probably 1408 with John Cusack.
I fell asleep through that movie.
I'm sorry. No, that movie was pretty good, and it was kind of spooky.
I got one for you, J-Russ. Check out the movie Seven.
All right, I haven't seen that one.
Is that the animated one, or is that the other one?
There's an animated one?
There's two movies that came out named Seven that same year.
No, you're thinking of 9.
No, there's a movie named Seven too, I'm pretty sure.
7 is a couple years old. It's Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman. It's all about the 7 deadly sins. There's a murderer going around killing people to the 7 deadly sins, and they gotta find them, and it's pretty crazy.
Does that movie get preachy too?
Not really. No, I'd say no.
Okay.
Good movie, though. Good movie.
Yeah. Oh, it's a movie. Yeah, it's 7 with the like SE, then the like
The
7.
number, yeah.
EN. Like Sezen.
7 N. I don't know.
Yes. All right. Well.
Tell Luna to get out of the studio.
Say what?
Tell Luna to get out of the studio.
All right. And you're right. I was thinking about 9.
Yeah, which was a pretty good movie, surprisingly.
I heard mixed things. But anyways, this show has gone on a bit longer than we would have liked.
Yeah, I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
Then go to bed, and hopefully your closet door doesn't open.
They don't shut. This house is too old.
That'd be Eric's worst nightmare. You should invite Eric over for a sleepover.
That sounds like a terrible idea, but okay.
Well, hey, he'd at least make the bed when he left.
Well, I only have one bed, and I don't think he's having it.
Well, he'd make the couch when he left.
Well, I only have one couch, and you can't really make it, but okay.
You know what, Andy? You're just a buzzkill. Yeah, actually, you know what we didn't even do? We didn't even get to listener mail.
Oh yeah, check listener mail real quick. Let's do it.
Let's see if we got any.
doubt-
J-Russ, talk about something that's interesting to you for a minute.
Something that's interesting to me.
Yes.
I got nothing.
So nothing interests you. I guess just about as much interests you as interests our listeners, because we got no emails.
We have no listener mail.
God damn it, listeners.
Suck. No, come, listeners, listen to me right now. You all suck. And it takes 20 seconds to send an email. And it would be a pretty lame email to fit in 20 seconds, but if it takes just a little bit longer to make an email with substance in it. So, what's taking you so long? Andy, what's the email address?
Podcastrevolution@gmail.com, motherfuckers.
See, even an idiot like Andy can remember the address.
God damn it.
So all you have to do is go to your local browser, type in...
Which better be Firefox.
Yeah, Firefox is preferred. But if you go to your email account, compose a new email, send it. Even if the subject says, John, you suck, here's an email. That's something. Send in something. You're all making me very sad.
Listeners, send me some email. Don't send John email, send me email. Be like, Bad Andy, you are so great.
Yeah, just send Andy like naked pictures of Ron Jeremy or something.
No, please don't. Actually, go for it, because I won't actually see them.
Right.
And only John will. And he'll
That's,
enjoy them.
that's true, because you're not the one directly opening them.
Well,
Nope.
I'll forward it to Andy. If I see it addressed to him with a picture, I'll just assume. Anyways, listeners, stop disappointing me. I can see that you're downloading the episodes and listening, so Do your part. This is a collaborative effort. I don't feel appreciated.
You aren't. The listeners hate you.
Andy, you're off the show.
You're off the show.
You know what?
We're talking way too much. No wonder the listeners hate us. We drag on too much.
Well, they need to tell us what they want to hear us talk about. If they want to ask for advice, they can ask for advice.
Yeah,
it's a lot easier when they're like, "Hey, talk about this," so we don't have to think about all the topics.
If a listener wants to write in and say that they like Billy Mitchell and they want to defend him, they have that right. And J-Russ can tell them that they're wrong. J-Russ, is Billy Mitchell an enemy if you saw him in real life?
I don't know if he's an enemy. I would definitely have some things to say to him on the street if I saw him. I'd be like, "Yeah, man, you're a loser."
But he made for an interesting character in a movie.
He did.
He needs a haircut for one.
Maybe he's gotten one.
He needs to shave that beard too.
Okay, real quick. I saw a guy. He had a mohawk that turned into a ponytail. That should not exist.
That's kind of disturbing.
Yeah. Well, our friend Vinny in high school had a mullet mohawk. A mohawk.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I don't even know how that can exist.
Well, it happened. He looked like a dinosaur at some points, or like a horse with like a mane. Anyways,
I'm gonna end this.
All right, I will thank everybody at once except the listeners. They get no thank yous until they do something. Or if a listener wants to be on the show, just let me know.
Skype.
Very easy.
It's free. It's free.
You can podcast in your pajamas.
Or in your birthday outfit.
Preferably not, though.
Well, it doesn't affect us. And I mean, I'm doing that right now.
I would not be surprised.
I'm just kidding. Anyways, let's get out of here.
All right, I'm done with this. Go away, leave me alone.
Aha!
Oh, pants down.